They cannot stop it. They cannot stop your destiny. They cannot stop it. Okay? They can't stop it. What if I told you that the people who rejected you, the people that said you can't do this, the people that actually tried to get you fired or tried to break up your relationship, tried to cause turmoil in the household, whatever it may be, they don't have the authority to decide your future. Think about people that actually try to plant seeds of doubt and people that actually try to manipulate your future. They told you, oh, don't work that job. That job is too hard. Or that job is not within your skill level. Just think about the ways people try to manipulate your future, you know? People can have opinions. And I hope that at the end of this video, you will understand that people can misunderstand you. They will misunderstand you. They will misunderstand God. A lot of people we love and respect, they want the best for us, but they try to play God a little bit and they try to influence your path. And I hope you can understand that, you know, God has destined something special for your life. He has anointed something special over you. And no human being, not even yourself, has the power to overturn what God has already established. Okay? Now, sometimes you can delay the blessing, but God's will be done in your life. Absolutely, absolutely, because He has is preordained in the womb, just like Jacob and Esau in the Bible. You know, Esau was the oldest, Jacob was the younger, and but God determined it to be so that Jacob would rule over Esau, and it was so. It was so, and so you know, Jacob, you know, did steal the birthright from Esau when it was time to receive the blessings. Well, I don't want to say he stole it. Lord, forgive me for that. I don't want to say he stole it, but you know, he led Esau into giving him the birthright over a cup of stew. You know, over a cup of stew. So Esau was negligent in giving away the birthright, anyways. Jacob took it, glad to take it, gave him the cup of stew, and that was their exchange, right? So I say that to say, you know, then yes, he conned his father Isaac when it was time to receive the blessing, and Esau was supposed to be blessed. Um, Jacob went and put on something hairy and made it seem as if he was his older brother. Okay, and so he was blessed instead, and there was nothing that could be done about it. And so Jacob had to live a life of fleeing. He left, he went to his uncle Laban, and he worked for him for 20 years. 20 years. And, you know, we got to think about in our lives like, we receive a blessing from God that we're going to be prosperous, that we're going to have many offspring, right? We're going to have healthy livestock, you know, and but then we're living a life of survival. But you have to remember God's will be done. No matter if somebody try to manipulate your outcome like Laban. uh, Jacob wanted Rachel, Laban's daughter, as his wife. And after Laban told him, okay, well, you have to work for 7 years, right, to get her. And 7 years went by, and Laban ended up giving Jacob Leah, his other daughter. So then Jacob had to work for 7 more years, you know, to get Rachel. So people try to manipulate your outcome for whatever their reasons are. They just want to manipulate the outcome. But at the end of the day, God was with Jacob while he was there. He worked for Laban. God ensured that Jacob had healthy livestock. And when it was time to leave, God allowed Jacob to leave with many, his wives, his livestock, and everything else, you know. And God ultimately blessed Jacob, gave him the name Israel, and allowed him to reconcile with his brother, okay, who he feared would have like arms against him. And then from Jacob, he had 12 sons, 12 tribes of Israel. And we're not even going to talk about Joseph. You know what I mean? So he birthed so many descendants, many nations. He was the father of, many nations. And so that came eventually, yes. But I say that to say, look back on Jacob's life. He probably was wondering, like, oh my gosh, where's the blessing? The blessing is that he was blessed, although he did live the life that he lived, and what happened to him. His destiny was still there at the end of it all. It was still there. Nobody could manipulate it, change it, not even Jacob himself. And so what God has for you is going to be for you, and you just have to know that what God has for you is for you. Nobody can change that. Nobody can. They can try to delay it, but when God gets ready, he's going to cause a big breakthrough for it to be so, because God will has to be done. God will get the glory. It's for God to get the glory, not for us to feel confident that, we influence somebody's outcome for a particular whatever reason, or for someone to do the same to us. I say that to say, at the end of all of this, just be obedient to God. Whatever God placed in your heart, whatever that strong feeling, that strong calling, that strong tugging at your heartstrings, no matter whatever the world says, whatever God has placed in your heart that you believe is your destiny, it will be so. And God will, you will know. If you have a relationship with God, you will know that this is so. Okay? And you can't run from it either. Sometimes God puts us on a path and we don't want to follow that path and we try to run. God will bring you right back. The only thing you're doing is delaying your destiny, because you will be blessed. You will be blessed doing the Lord's will. Even if you can't see it, even if you feel like it's not for you, just give in to it. Because the longer you try to put it off or wait, the longer you are delaying your big, big blessing at the end of you getting there. So you get there. You get there. And you just keep taking it one day at a time. And God is with you along the way too. Even if it feels like you're alone, nobody understands. You want the support of the people who thinks you should do another path, right? Sometimes people like to guilt trip you, right? Oh, you're going to go down that path, well, you're going to be on your own. God is with you, because God is the one that's going to bless you in the end. He's the one that created you. He's the one that supplies all your needs. He's the one that owns everything on this planet. He's with you along the way. It may look different from what you're used to. It may feel uncomfortable it may feel uncomfortable, and it may feel different from how you thought it would be. But trust and believe, keep walking the path, be obedient, and your breakthrough, your blessing, you're gonna see it. Everything you've been through is gonna just be so worth it, because you're gonna be so fruitful. You're gonna be multiplying. And when you're gonna be blessed, you're gonna be able to bless other people. Glory to God. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to my sanctuary space. God bless you all.